can't look on there. But hey, y'all. Welcome back to a special edition of Talks with Tone Teena, live from the job. Y'all like our background? Don't you love it? I love it too. So make sure that you, if you are on here, if you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, Talks with Tone Teena. Make sure you're liking our Facebook page, Talks with Tone Teena. And we just got an Instagram, y'all, so we all already lit on all the social medias. Make sure you join that, Talks with Tone Teena on everything. So, how was everybody's week? I know y'all expecting us to see us on Tuesdays, but today we had to do a special edition show on Wednesday. But we back next week on Tuesday.
And, okay, who's in the comments?
I don't know. Who is?
Slaughter. We not finna call you that.
Hey, Slaughter. I'm calling you Slaughter.
What's your name? We not calling you Slaughterhouse Slaughter.
Well, how you know his mama ain't name him that?
We not calling you that.
Tina, that's
Hazel is in here.
Hazel, hello. How is the family and all of that? The churn and all of that.
That's Hazel first time tuning in.
I know.
After he said, I'm not reading all that shit. Tracy is in here.
Hey, Trace.
Okay, I feel like we have enough people to get started. Lakeisha's in there.
Hey, Kiki. I feel like if you got more than two, it's time to go.
I feel like if you have one, that's an audience.
It's three of us.
Yeah, so we can have a discussion.
I'm for it.
Okie doke.
Let's go.
Let's get started.
Mm-hmm.
Our first question of the night is, would you pay $250 for nosebleed seats to attend a Beyonce concert? And if you don't know what nosebleed seats are, those are the highest and usually furthest from the desired activity. So those are the seats all the way
basically in the parking lot.
By the exit.
It's in the parking lot.
Smoke say he in the building.
Hey, Smoke. I'm going first on this one because I have been grappling with this for 2 weeks now. Somebody that's in my party got invited to the pre-sale. By the time we got invited to the pre-sale, it was nosebleed seats only. You had your choice between nosebleed seats and like $4,000 tickets. I love B, but not $4,000 worth. So I've been trying to decide whether I'm going or not for $294 for nosebleeds. But this is how I feel though. Beyonce for me is a bitch that I just gotta be in the building. I ain't gotta be at the front. I ain't gotta be in the middle. I can watch her the whole way on the Scantron. It don't matter to me. I just got to be in the building. But it's being in the building worth $300 when I just said I was working on not spending frivolously on dumb shit.
Okay. Because it's Beyonce.
Because it's Beyonce.
You feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, Beyonce is my absolute favorite artist of all time, of the world, of whatever. She's my favorite. So just like if Tina Marie came to life, would you gonna pay for them nosebleeds? Okay, Rick there too.
I wouldn't.
Rick is there too.
I would not. On the contrary, I'm more of the person where, okay, I feel like, let me read the question one more time.
Okay.
The question is, would you pay $250 for nosebleed seats to attend a Beyonce concert? Tone says she would. She said Beyonce's her favorite artist. And again, if you don't know what nosebleed seats are, they are seats that are the highest and usually furthest from the desired activity. Me personally, I would not pay $250 to see Beyonce for nosebleed.
Well, you wouldn't pay $20 to see Beyonce.
I'm not a Beyonce fan at all.
Right.
She has a couple of songs I like. I'm not a Beyonce hater. But even if it was my favorite artist, everyone knows that my favorite artist is Tina Marie. And if she were alive, I would not pay $250 to see her. I would not pay. If I go to a festival, I don't care about like seating. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a festival. You're outside. You're moving around. But if I go to a concert, if I have to be at the concert looking at the Jumbotron, which is the little, what is that? The projector?
TV, yeah.
If I have to be at a concert looking at that, I'd rather stay home. I could look at YouTube for that just to say I was in a building. I don't want to, you can't see the person down there because they're so small, so you want to look at the Jumbotron.
See?
So to me, you looking at a video, you staring at that all day. I would rather not.
But you're not going to get the show. Beyonce puts on a show. I feel like it's a little biased.
I feel like you're never going to look at the stage because you ain't going to see her ass. You're going to be looking at that, and you can look at that.
But you looking at the show, though. You looking at the show. I feel like you're
Hazel,
saying.
I say Jumbotron. You about to get blocked on your first day.
I feel like putting Beyonce in it is what's fucked up. It should be generalized as your favorite artist because if you're that just determines if you're a Beyonce fan or not. You know what I'm saying? But if your favorite artist
okay,
came, you might want to need to be in the building.
But you specifically asked for it to be Beyonce. This is your question.
This is my question?
Yeah, I got this from you. You asked that last week. So I'm asking your question.
Okay, so yeah. So insert your favorite artist there.
Would you pay $250 to see Beyonce back by the exit? I'm going to speak to everybody in here.
Okay.
Antonio, Smoke, Lakeisha, Jawanda.
Hey, Jawanda. Jawanda back after a few weeks.
Takia, Antonio,
Takia.
Angela. Angela is new here.
Hey,
shout out to Angela.
Angela who?
Angela that's in the next room.
Oh. I thought we were talking about ATL Edge. Okay,
I said she's new here. Angela's new.
Yeah.
Okay, so answer that question. Would you pay $250 for nosebleed seats to see Beyonce? We have our first comment on the topic.
Okay.
Larry is in here too. Okay.
Hey, Larry.
And
Larry,
Takia said no.
Larry?
You looking at the show on that big screen. I want to see. Jawanda said, girl, I paid $125 for tickets to the R&B experience. I'm happy about that. Jawanda, who's playing at the R&B experience? I know that was a good
Okay, but y'all missing it.
Line up.
Y'all.
Lauren is in here.
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren is one of our favorites.
I ain't even gonna try to sway y'all, but I'm just gonna say this: when you go to a concert, it's for the experience.
Come
too.
in.
You can't watch a YouTube video. You can't watch none of that shit to get what you gonna get at the concert. Trust me, I done been to all her concerts. Well, not all of them, but you're not gonna get the same show nowhere else but that concert. She sings live the entire time, and you get the entire whatever they doing up on that stage. You can see on the jumbotron. I might spend the money. I'm still on the fence though, but I might spend it.
Okay.
But I do feel what y'all saying. Why are you going all the way to the show, paying all that money to watch TV? I get it.
Tracy said, yeah, seeing Beyonce live is a whole nother level.
That's what I'm telling you, Tracy.
Yeah, I would definitely pass on that. Okay, if anybody else...
You see how she do?
If anybody else wants to chime in on the first question of the night, would you pay $250 for nosebleed seats to see Beyonce perform live? Mm-hmm. Okay, Kashoria, tell me if I'm pronouncing your name right. She's from Atlanta. And I met her on TikTok, and so she's my Facebook friend. She always says she loves your personality, Tone.
Oh, well, thank you,
please tell me if I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
I love her name.
Kashoria, and she's a diva. She's fly.
Oh, she
always does get ready with me, outfits of the day, go shopping with me, all of that.
Tag your TikTok
so put your TikTok in our comments.
So we can follow you, girl.
Yes, she got her whole down south accent and all of that, which I love.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jawanda said, Tone, do you, but I am passing.
But you saying hell no. Nah.
Yeah.
I got you, girl. The consensus seems to be, no, we're not doing that shit.
Tracy, I did not skip your answer. I totally read your answer.
Yeah, you said it was Beyonce was a whole another level.
Yeah,
and it is.
I read your answer, Tracy.
Her concerts.
Why is you trying to tussle tonight?
Even I have bought her DVDs back in the day of her shows. I have bought. Her shows are nothing like, you don't even get the same instrumentals. You don't get the same riffs. You don't get the same experience at all from the album.
Antonio, what you laughing at? Okay, Tracy said, I answered you. You skipped my answer. I would not. I can't sit up high. Oh, she said she can't. She said she can't sit up high, so she wouldn't. But she said Beyonce concert is on a whole other
Tracy,
level.
you basically said what I'm saying, but you can't do it, girl.
Smoke said more than once, hell yeah, from Smoke, I'm going. Smoke in the building.
Smoke, I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to meet you in the nosebleeds, nigga.
Okay. Moving on to our next question.
Okay.
I always see this a lot on social media and so on and so forth. Janelle is in here. Siobhan Brown is
hey,
in
Janelle.
here.
Hey, Siobhan.
I'm going to read your comment, Jawanda. The next question is, if you're being hated on, it's more like a statement.
Okay.
If you're being hated on, you're doing something right. What's your thoughts on that? And to just let y'all get a little definition of what's to be hated on. Mm-hmm. Being hated on is to be criticized or disliked. Okay. To hate on is to criticize or dislike someone or something, especially for petty, vindictive, or ill-informed reasons. Mm-hmm. So, if you are being hated on, you are doing something right. Which means, you know what I'm saying? How people say, my haters is my biggest motivators. My haters is my biggest supporters. If you don't got nobody hating on you, you must not be whatever. So.
I say there's truth to that. First of all.
I'm getting in trouble for skipping comments.
You have to... Well, you definitely have to get those in. First of all, you have to know the real, because everybody, if you don't agree with somebody, they say you hating. So you have to really and truly figure out whether you're getting hated on or not. So once you establish, to me, being hated on, it's not when I disagree with you or when you don't agree with my choices. It's when you have a problem with me clearly for no reason at all. You can't stand me because I wear black tights.
That is what the hated on definition that I just read.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying you did the definition, but a lot of people on social media say they're being hated on. They have haters, quote unquote, because people don't agree with their lifestyle. No, it's just that I don't agree with you. I ain't hating on you. I don't agree with you. So if you are truly being hated on, it's for this person does not like you, always has something to say, always negative to you for no apparent reason at all. Even when a motherfucker asks them, why do you can't stand this person so much? They can't come up with a feasible reason. That's when you are hated on. And if that's the case, then yes, because obviously you're envying something in my life. I'm doing something right. Bitch, you want to be me. Mm-hmm. So yes.
Okay, girl, I'm going to go back to the comments.
I'm motivation.
People getting antsy.
Okay.
Julius is in here.
Hey, Julius.
Julius Ferguson. This is his second time back.
Yeah, his first. Your first comment to him was he eating ass. So
okay. Tracy says she agreed with you, Tone, on the people be just saying, oh, somebody hating on me, and they clearly have no reason to be hated on.
Absolutely.
Julius said, hey. Tracy said, not always true, and hate can be different types.
Okay, explain that, Trace.
Lauren said, nosebleed seats, absolutely not. Her and heights don't go together. Janelle said, hey, y'all.
Hey, Janelle.
Jawanda said, you go live and let us know your thoughts then, girl.
Okay, Jawanda, I'm going to post my nosebleeds. Now, you done made up my mind for me. I'm posting my nosebleed seats.
Okay. Sometimes comments do not come up if it's glitching or something, so sometimes I don't even see your comment. But I'm going to keep going. Angela says she loved B, but she will not pay $250 for nosebleeds. Antonio said, I don't want to pay to watch a big screen for anybody. Jawanda said, not a Beyonce hater, but not a fan either.
Okay.
And Gina has entered.
Hey, Gina.
Yo-Yo has entered.
Hey, Yo-Yo girl.
That's your cousin.
Oh.
And
she didn't change her name again.
And Sue says, so you don't see my comment? Sue, apparently not. And now she's talking about she leaving. Grow up.
Sue.
Sometimes it glitches. Write your comment again. It's not my fault. Please. Okay, so the first question of the night was, would you pay $250 for nosebleed seats to see Beyonce? You can read the comments to see what people had to say. Tone said she would. I said I would not. Mm-hmm. Mayor Petey is in here.
Hey, Petey.
And
the consensus is going with her, though. They're not going. Only me and Smoke going so far.
And, okay, the next question, which we just read, is, if you're being hated on, you're doing something right. Do you agree with that statement? And to hate on is to criticize or dislike someone or something, especially for petty, vindictive, or ill-informed reasons. And Tone broke it down like you're hating, on somebody. You can't really say why. I just don't like them.
You can't
or I just
pinpoint a reason.
Yeah, you can't pinpoint a reason.
So do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I do agree with it. Of course, there are all different forms of he's a hater. This person is being hated and all of that. I know a lot of times people will think like, oh, if you're commenting on my post, you're hating on me. People, I feel like people confuse clowning you for hating on you sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you're getting clowned, but you feel like, oh, they hating on me.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the purest definition of being hated on, for ill-informed or vindictive, or you don't have no reason, but you just don't like this person. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like if you're being hated on, you're doing something right. If you can get under somebody's skin that much where they just, ooh, I can't stand her, and like you said, they don't have no reason. It's coming from a place of just being, spiteful, envious, or whatever. I feel like, how they say.
And they can't stand you simply because you're living your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. So, I'm going to keep living mine, baby.
Antonio said, if you don't got no haters... I lost you, Antonio. Oh, if you don't got no haters, you ain't popping.
No, period.
So, do y'all agree with that? It's something like what I say. If you ain't got your haters are your biggest motivators. Now, I'm not all into that. Some people fixate on people who hating on them. Some people post just for their haters. I'm not that type of person.
Nah, me either.
But I feel like having haters comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Cherie has entered. Hello, Cherie.
I think it comes with the territory. Hey, Cherie.
Lakeisha.
I think it comes with the territory of being on social media, period, regardless of who you are.
Lakeisha said, if you're a clown, I'm going to laugh. It's not hate.
No, it's not. Some shit, it's just funny.
Sue said y'all saw she read every comment but mine.
Sue,
I didn't see it, baby girl.
I need you to let that. Oh, I gotta text you about the
Sue,
other.
retype it. I don't see it.
I need you to let that go.
Please let it go. I'm not gonna do this. Petey said that's definitely hate, especially if they smile in your face. Okay, Petey be having haters. So I feel like when you have
I think
haters,
that's on another level, Petey.
Yeah, and I feel like when you have haters or you feel like you have haters, then you all. I'm not saying you got an ulterior motive, but your train of thought on a hater is different. You start going into all different type of subtopics of haters.
Yeah.
Oh, Sue, I did see that. She said it's not always true. This statement is not always true. If you don't have haters, you're not popping type of deal.
Oh.
Sue said that's not always true. Lauren said hating on a person for no reason is a mental illness.
I agree.
I agree, Lauren.
For sure. In what instance would it not be true though, Sue? Like most people, even people who got the sunniest disposition, is always
for the night. Toodles.
Well, I guess we're not gonna get that answer. But people who have a sunny disposition, they always positive and all of that. Even they got people that don't like them just for that. So I don't even see a situation where it ain't hating, but
you have to look at the person it's coming from. Like Lauren said, what's your problem? What's your reasoning? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, or what happened in your life, or what's going on in your life that's making you feel so ill?
Okay, I'm gonna say
person.
In that situation, then it might not be hate. It might be something that's going on in their life.
Yeah, but that you can still hate on them. You still hating, but it's coming from
a real place.
Yes. It's not coming from a real place. It's coming from your own personal problems, that's still a real place. It's a real place for you, but it's not a real place
for the person
you're hating on. Yeah. They don't even have they just collateral damage.
Yeah, correct.
Cena is in here.
Hey, Cena.
Janelle said they not happy within themselves. Julia said no, he's not a fan of Beyonce, but if his youngins or his woman like her, I'll get them tickets to that shit. It's all of the above of what you said, and some people just have a toxic soul. So Julius answered both questions in one.
Okay. But are you buying your girl and your kids the nosebleeds? Or are you springing for those $4,000 tickets, Julius?
And Mayor Petey said it is hating that some people don't like me because they look at my page and see me living my life.
But how do you know they hating on you, Petey? Do they come back?
How do you feel that they're hating on you?
Yeah, what make you say they hating?
And some people might feel like you just need to sit down somewhere. They might not saying it to you because you definitely live life, and I don't have a problem with what you post. But some people might be like, "Petey need to sit down." And I feel like with the influx of TikTok, social, like all the different social medias, we get too fixated on other people.
Yeah.
If you posting and you having fun, Petey, that should be all you doing.
Right.
If that's what you doing it for yourself, you shouldn't worry about somebody hating or what somebody said or what somebody got to say.
So is this hating or not? Like
Julia said he only paying $250 for Beyonce, so they basically gonna be sweeping in the sweeping up out in the lobby.
Because you ain't even gonna get in the door for less than $294.
Lauren said that's a them problem. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Okay, but tell me if this is hating or not. You know how the older generation, we like us in our 40s and them in their 40s was two totally different.
Who?
The generation before us, our parents. So when they were in their 40s, they were married. They feel like they shutting their life down right now. Us in our 40s, we in our prime. Most of us look better than the young bitches. We be on the motherfucking scene too. We be popping just like the young bitches be popping. So we got like 40 to 50 got some swag. So when older people look at us and be like, "You need to sit down. Y'all need to sit down somewhere." Is that them hating, or is that them coming from a place where that's how they grew up?
I feel like a lot of it's come from hating and just envy. It always go back to envy. I wish I would do that, or you might see somebody looking good and you just be like, she need to sit down somewhere. For what? Why you mad because she prancing around? It's not bothering you. And if you don't like it, don't look at it.
Older people do hate the most.
Okay, Petey said he gonna have to talk to me off camera, but he know they be hating on him.
Petey, I want to know too, so tell her to tell me.
Lakeisha said when you were going off on that lady, Mayor Petey, I didn't see that. Julia said $4,000 for good tickets. No way.
Yeah, $4,000, baby.
Sue said watch it on the young ladies, old ladies.
I know you ain't calling us old.
Sue said, so when Devin's opinion that y'all's song was trash how was he hating if it was his opinion? Now, I feel like Debbie was hating on me on that. That was the hate.
Okay, that's a good question.
Because, for one,
he didn't like the song.
Gina said, hold up, hey now, she old. Okay, Debbie.
That's what I'm saying, Gina. Our age
First
range
of all,
is popping,
I don't think that Debbie did not like the song. Debbie is my son, so I know that he gonna come on and say suck just off the break. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's why
what
I say. That's why I say since the day you've been born, you've been hating on me. That's why I said that he just gonna say that regardless, just because I'm in the studio popping and he was hating. He was a hater.
Okay.
But I don't go throwing that word around like every day. That's not something that I say.
No.
So
I don't even know when people hate on. If people all hate.
Julia said, if I give my woman or my youngest $4,000, I bet you they won't buy no damn Beyonce ticket.
No, you will have to get it for them. That's your gift to them or whatever.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next question.
Okay.
What's the fastest way to relax a man when he's upset?
Head.
Okay, Eddie,
I'll take head for 500, Alex.
Eddie, where the hell you at?
What's up, Eddie?
Okay, you said oral sex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's. I was thinking something.
AKA
totally
head. That's the what he gonna say after that? He ain't gonna say stop.
Julia said,
and he gonna forget what the fuck he was mad about. And come on now.
I feel like it's so many. Like Lakeisha said, leave him alone. You know, I feel like there's so many other.
That's the fastest.
That don't have to do with sex.
Okay,
leave him alone.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said you said that was the fastest way.
Sue said, "Why y'all always got to go inappropriate?" Sue,
how's that inappropriate?
I'm not going inappropriate when I just simply asked the question.
And we grown.
And Tracy said it depends on the man. Sue said she's leaving. Mayor Petey said I'll take leave me alone. So Mayor Petey's a man.
Okay, you said leave you alone.
And he said he would like to be left alone.
Okay.
Some I feel like if he's close to his mom, call his mom to, get him soothed. Everybody got their own thing.
And I also think it depends on the problem. Because something might have really happened. Head ain't going to solve that. Leaving him alone may not necessarily solve that either. Mm-hmm. Like, it make it worse. So I think it depends on the problem. But generally speaking, if he just had a hard day at work, give him some head. Okay, so I like to hear, Julius, give us your perspective as a man. All right.
Eddie, give us your perspective
Tonio,
as a man. Me,
if he's still in here.
I like Lakeisha's answer best. Leave him alone, or ask him, do you want to talk? What's getting, me, I'm an open-ended question junkie. So I'm going to ask you open-ended questions, not trying to overly push your buttons, but just to see where you are. So I'm going to ask you a lot of open-ended questions and try to gauge what's going on.
That's the one thing I wouldn't do. I mean,
man, we not talking about if it depends on the person. We talking about you. Nobody right. It depends on the person, right? What you
because
think.
Obviously it depends.
Yeah,
on the person.
we know that. Come on, y'all.
But I think I can't say it depends on the person. I think that would be the last thing I would do. You can only go off what you would do in yours or what you would want to receive.
Yeah, sure.
That's the only thing you can go off. The last thing is a whole bunch of shit that went down. And there's always, when something goes down, it's a rack of back and forth, or it's a rack of, you know what I'm saying? It's talking about it, conversation, yelling, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. If I get home, the last thing I want to do is talk about this shit again.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes,
so, yeah.
Sometimes, because sometimes you want a
perspective.
You want a different perspective, and if it's your guy, you kind of he knows that you're going to sometimes give him the real. Okay, tell me if I was tripping on this part, or they said this. What do you think? You know what I'm saying?
I think that would come later, but. Me personally,
Smoke said leave him alone. All the men saying leave me alone.
Okay.
Gina said, is anyone having a problem with their phones, phone screen freezing? Lauren said, what Tone said, or massage his feet, bathe him, and leave him alone is what I do for my husband. Mayor Petey said, me personally, let me stop calling him Mayor Petey. Petey said, me personally, I just need time to chill and get my mind right. Might take a walk. Just respect that. Julia said, just give me and be my peace when I get home. Then give me that blank later. The question, Antonio, was...
Y'all said the quickest way. So y'all saying the quickest way is to leave y'all alone?
What's the fastest way to relax a man when he's upset? That is the question.
So the fastest way is to leave y'all alone?
I got up late each and every time.
Okay, girl.
Yeah, so she said her phone was freezing sometimes. Okie doke. So it is a consensus.
Leave me alone is the
men want
consensus.
to be left alone. Mm-hmm. They don't want head. Well, Julius said he do, but they don't want all of that.
Petey said later.
Antonio said leave him alone too. Frank Spears is in here. And
hey, Frank, you want head to be left alone when you need to relax?
The question is, what's the fastest way to relax a man when he's upset? Chime in on that, Frank, if you have time. Okay, moving on to the next question. If a relationship ends, how do you handle things when you go your separate ways, but you have gotten attached to the kids? The relationship ends. The kids aren't one person's biological children. Mm-hmm. You break up, you go your separate ways, but you've gotten attached to the kids. How do you think you will handle that? Some people said, fuck the kids right away. I just never see them Bamas again.
Because you were once their stepfather or whatever. I think it really does matter when you're married. Mm-hmm. If you're not married, or if you've been in a relationship with, like if you've been with their mother 20 years, of course you're not just going to say fuck the kids. You raised them. If you were just in a relationship...
Some people will say fuck the kids and it's their real father.
I was about to say, the real daddy say it sometimes. But if you are just in a relationship for a few years or a few months or whatever, and you grown attached, get the fuck up. Like, come on, man. You ain't that attached when you can't leave them people alone.
Sue said, what's the question? So I'm going to read the question one more time. I'm sorry, Tonette. The question is, if a relationship ends, how do you handle things when you go your separate ways, but you've gotten attached to the kids? So I break up with Johnny, and Johnny has gotten attached to my twin sons that I don't have. And how I don't want to deal with Johnny anymore. I don't want to see him anymore, but he's claiming, sending me texts, I miss the kids, I want to see the kids. Okay. So how do you handle situations like that?
In one aspect, and we're not talking about marriage, in one aspect, it depends on the age of the kids too. If your son, if Johnny and the twins, if they 15 and got cell phones, here go my number, y'all hit me whenever y'all want. Mm-hmm. If they're 5, 6, 7 years old, then I will have to go by what their mother wants to do. If their mother is not comfortable, because at the end of the day, I'm not their parent. So if she don't feel comfortable with me maintaining a relationship with her kids, then I'm just gonna have to see them little Bamas later.
Okay, I can't got tons of questions. Going back to the question, Lauren said her husband said leave him alone.
Okay.
Frank Spears said both.
So all the men said leave me alone.
Okay. Lakeisha said that's why you don't mess with N-words that have kids.
Creaser. Who gonna find that at our age?
Sue said the same thing. She said, I don't talk to people with kids.
I can see Sue saying that, but Creaser, you damn near 50, bitch. You know some niggas without kids?
Terrence said long distance and real careful. So Smoke, you're saying keep your distance away from the kids and be careful? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
Sherelle said I breaks up with the whole family because people be petty. So Sherelle,
listen.
Sherelle said F them kids.
I can see that.
Come in. Gina said, if I'm out the relationship, I have to leave the kids alone as well. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Julia said it depends if the father is still around and he needs me to step up more. But if not, daddy, that's not my kid.
Julius, why does it matter if the daddy's still around? You had a relationship with him when you was with their mama.
Petey said, what about the kids still text or call you, though? That's
what I'm saying. If they old enough to where you can say, here's my number, hit me up, that's cool. But if they 4, 5, 6 years old, you got to go with what their mama say.
Antonio said he agreed with what you said, Tom.
The question is if...
You want to know the question?
Yes.
Okay, let me read the question for my studio audience. Okay, the question is, if a relationship ends, how do you handle things when you go your separate ways, but you've gotten attached to the kids? So you're with someone, the kids aren't yours, you break up and you have an attachment to the kids. How would you handle that?
Oh, y'all call me. You send me up.
What if they're like 5, 6 years old?
You can still call me.
That means the mom has to be involved.
Yeah.
Or call their iPad.
She cool. She cool.
She might not be cool. Y'all might have had a
cool.
horrible breakup.
Oh, wait.
You never know.
So you keeping in touch with the churn. See, that's what everybody said. Fuck the kids. Y'all are terrible.
I mean, I see them in the streets. Hey kids. I'm like, y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, why is they acting like Mr. Tony is a celebrity in here talking about, is that my homeboy?
No, I was just about to say, Mr. Tony, you keeping up with the churn or what you finna do? You gonna say fuck the kids or what's up?
I wouldn't do that.
Mr. Tony said he ride with the churn.
You gonna still be in the kid's life?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of different.
I made them so.
No,
they're not your kids.
Oh, they're not my children?
But they're your girlfriend's kids, your old lady kids.
But I would still have some kind of relationship with them.
Okay. Absolutely, Mr. Tony.
I'm on the fence. I feel like there's a lot of different variables that take place. Mm-hmm. And y'all know me. I don't know what I'm gonna do until it happens. If I was close to your child, I would like to hope I would still remain some sort of relationship with them. Mm-hmm. But I feel like overextending your role in anybody's life is you know, that happens a lot. I've always had a problem with that. You know, I've been with you for 3 months and my kids already calling you daddy and acting like they your real father and all of that.
That's too much.
I don't even like scenarios like that. So it will have to be a real solidified relationship and situation. I'm sorry?
Would you stop the children from calling him daddy?
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's no way that my child is calling anyone daddy that's not their father.
But their father.
Unless my child wanted to and the father was dead, never claimed the child or anything like that. But my child has a father that is very, you know, he's all the way active. So why would I meet Johnny down at the corner store, I move him in with me in 3 months, I'm pretending like he my child. I don't even want Johnny telling my child what to do.
I think if he died, then
or if I never knew him.
But even if I don't even care if he locked up. That's the child's father.
It just depends on the child's father.
You the one to pick the fucked up ass dad, but that's still the child's father.
Yeah, but it still depends. I feel like it still depends on the father's role in the child's life, because he could be locked up, but he could have never stepped up to the plate, and your child could look at this man as, you know, some kids really want a father so bad they want to call him daddy. They father never act like a dad. As long as it's not forced, you know what I'm saying. As long as it happens organically.
I definitely wouldn't stop my child from doing it.
But some people be like, "Girl, your daddy would," you know that ain't her daddy, and then she had another father 2 years ago.
Children see other children.
He was itching to get in on this. Go ahead.
Children see other children. What, Mr. Tony?
Children see other children or they hear in school.
And they want to have a dad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
So I get that.
That's an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Daryl said, "Hey, ladies, I got a lot of comments to read." So Frank said, "I ain't getting attached to any kids that ain't mine because Papa is a Rolling Stone."
Frank, you just
Antonio
terrible.
said, "I'm there if they reach out. I'm not reaching out unless we really establish the bond." Mm-hmm. Mayor Petey said, "Me and blank blank's relationship ended. The kid was old enough. She got mad because I sent the boy some money because he made the honor roll."
Petey, everybody be with you
don't
hating
speak
on
to them
you.
no
What
more.
the fuck?
Now she's bitter because if her son had an attachment to you and her son made the honor roll and you recognize that, why would you get mad and say don't send nothing or say nothing to him?
Bitterness.
Yeah, that's
Right.
pure.
That's why I said
I done been in that situation where it hurt, it sucks that when you leave the woman and you see these kids, they admire you, and you have to kind of like leave them alone, because when she move on, their next man don't want to hear that's not their father, that's just my old ex, because they feel like
okay, so it's that
the
aspect.
gateway. Yeah,
she got a new boyfriend, so she got to appease him now.
Oh,
so it's not what the kids need or want.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's messed up.
I mean, yeah, that's terrible.
Sherelle said, "I learned not to get attached to anything that's not genuine."
Or
the
mine.
baby, Sherelle. And Julia said, "I just don't want to leave the little MF hanging without no male figure." And
I mean,
is your page public?
Is that your role, though? Is that your role to ensure that everybody... Well, I mean, and it's not a bad thing, though. That actually isn't a bad thing. But you can't say the world, though, and you can't make sure everybody have a black figure in their life that comes through your life. If this woman is putting up resistance,
yeah,
you gotta get the fuck on.
You're gonna end up, a real father would end up saying,
yeah, like
so
you can't.
You know, a stepfather gonna be like, "Look, bitch, these not even really my kids.
Absolutely,
I'm out of here."
So I guess it depends. It still goes back to depending on how the mother gonna act.
Tracy said, "Maintain a relationship if it's feasible." Smoke said, "Yes, he would still want to be in their lives." Lauren said, "My bonus dad really is still my dad. They've been divorced for 30 plus years, but her bonus dad is still in her life."
Mm-hmm.
And
my stepdaddy still.
Petey said, "You talking about what I said?" Somebody said I was. Petey, you gotta get ready. You causing too much ruckus on here.
What's going on?
You gotta get ready. Take this one. No bond is allowed. He got too much going on. We trying to conduct business.
Petey.
This is why these women be tussling over you all on H Street at Roses and Kern on.
Petey bring the ruckus.
Okay, the next
Not
question.
they in the street fighting over Petey at the Roses, down to the local Roses.
The next question. Akila is in here. The next question. Do men go through their significant other's phones and messengers and DMs like women do? Like, do men sneak and go in their women's phones? But do
No,
they?
but do you?
Have you ever gone into your woman's phone?
I didn't know. You know, the last time.
No. You said no. Wait. No.
Before the phone era. I learned before the phone era. I went.
Why you
through-
talking like you from the Bronx or Yonkers?
Because he on the show, baby.
You was from DC.
He's
I'm
on the
from
show.
DC. I'm
But you
from
said the
DC.
phone era. You talking like you from? He's from New York. You from
That's how I
you from
talk.
uptown. You talking about the phone
I'm
era?
from uptown.
And
you
you
from?
don't pay her no attention.
I'm from right down the street.
Okay, but that's
I'm
up
from
here.
Quarters.
Circle Quarters not uptown.
I didn't say I was from uptown. I said I'm from down the street.
But I'm saying, just go ahead.
I'm from before the phone era.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Because I say era. What am I say? Era.
What the is you Eric V. Rakim? Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. Nigga.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I happened to stumble across some journal shit, and I was like, oh.
So
shit.
you read this lady diary?
I read a journal, and I was like,
Same
oh
difference.
man. So
Journal
before
diary.
before the phones came out, I did that shit and got my feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
then,
what was in the journal? Not specifics, but was it her feelings toward things you was doing, or was she cheating on you, or what was she doing in the journal?
just her personal life, just period.
So
Just-
she was
just-
telling
personal
her, so
life
she
hurt
was
you?
writing down her personal feelings about you.
No, it ain't had nothing to do with me. Just escapades. Like, oh shit, god damn it, I shouldn't have read this shit.
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, so,
Danny is in here.
Damn, yeah, no. I am I'm a stern believer of if you look for trouble, you're gonna find it.
That's what he said.
So
That's
I
why
wouldn't
you would
advise
do-
no man to go in there. Do they do it? Yeah, hell yeah. They just as nosy as women are. Absolutely. Especially if they don't trust the person or they really think if they're insecure,
Tequila.
if they're insecure or if they really think that she up to some shit, they gonna look.
Okay,
Keela
so
doing all right?
you ain't going through nobody's phone at this point in
No.
your life.
You going through her mail, Mr. Tony?
You
You,
can't
might not go
you
through the
can't
phone.
even-
You
you
gonna
can't
open up
even-
her letters and shit?
You're not going
Mr. Tony
going
said
to,
no.
You're not gonna pry.
No.
Okay.
Agreed.
I have men do it.
Absolutely.
I have gotten my DMs gone into, and people's feelings got
Did
big
they
big
start
hurt.
crying and shit?
They ran off like red on Friday. they ran to the little white escort. Just haul
Shaking their
ass.
arms.
Just running with all they fucking might. Mind your business and stay out people's shit.
Exactly.
So, like Eddie said, you look for trouble, you gonna find
I'm
it.
gonna find it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also feel like
era.
I also feel like everything
Zero.
ain't meant for you to see. Like
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
feel
flirting
that
with this
too.
nigga and I know that there's nothing going there, it's never going to go anywhere past this inbox. You don't need to be privy to that. Like,
Yeah,
what-
yeah.
You don't need to see that.
Okay, so we have some comments.
Okay.
Okay. Lakeisha said, okay, Akila first of all said, hey ladies, I'm not feeling well. Please pray for me.
Oh,
Okay.
we sure will.
Lakeisha said, hell yes. Angela said, yes, men go through the DMs. Angela, tell us from a woman of a particular age, the old head dudes going through the phones too, or you like young dudes? We got a question for
All
that
they gonna do
tonight.
is they bring their phone to their son and be like, show me what she doing on here.
PD claimed he not going through no woman phone. PD, I refuse to believe that.
PD.
You be in a whole lot of different shit.
Yeah.
I could see you rummaging through somebody's phone.
Yeah.
Akila said insecure men do that.
Absolutely.
Lakeisha said I had someone use my fingerprints to get into my phone.
How they get your fingerprint?
Trust
man?
me, I had to close my eyes and bob my head so they couldn't get in my phone from the face recognition.
I ain't got time.
Okay, I just was hitting the Stevie Wonder, just eyes closed and doing like
Did
that.
he get in the phone?
Fuck no. Hell no. I just did that. My goddaughter told me, Lakeisha's daughter, Ashley told me, close your eyes. They can't get in it if your eyes closed.
Oh, wear glasses, yep.
So, hey.
I mean, sunglasses. My phone don't pick me up on my
Sue
sunglasses.
said, oh my God, I had more than one boy reading my text messages over my shoulder recently.
Okay,
They do that too.
Yeah.
They also, ladies, watch your back because they also stand over your shoulder while you putting your passcode in. Like, men act like they don't care or they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But they will stand over your shoulder. You're not even thinking at it. They inconspicuous over your shoulder getting your passcode to try to get that phone later.
Bitch, I'm changing my shit tonight. Just in case.
Yeah, they do.
You shouldn't want to be that invasive. And
That's
so
what it
Yeah.
is. That's what it is because
you should.
Everybody deserves a moniker of privacy.
and me and the girls have a group chat. We put all kinds of stuff in there. It might not even have nothing to do with like another guy or something like that, but it's very, like you said, very invasive.
Yes.
Like just you sitting reading someone else's messages. That like I've never in my life been through somebody else's phone.
Me either.
I
Stuff that we talk about, even if it's not particular stuff. Us making plans. Or I don't need you knowing where I'm gonna be at every 5
Oh,
minutes.
Angela said yes. Old heads do that. Lakeisha said she was asleep when somebody tried to put her fingerprint.
God damn.
Is your fingerprint dead when you sleep? I mean,
Absolutely
like,
not.
Do your finger got to be alert?
No, all they need is the print. God damn, Creaser.
Petey said, I got a question. If y'all in a relationship, should y'all have each other's passcode?
No.
Hell no. For what?
Everybody deserves privacy. It doesn't matter whether you married, in a relationship, single, whatever. Everybody deserves privacy.
No, I just
you
literally
don't need my goddamn phone.
I just literally saw that, huh?
I was agree, huh?
Oh, I'm in one of these other groups, and the lady was like, "Okay, y'all, when should me and him like swap phones and all of that?" Like, I was like, "What is y'all point in doing that?" I'm not even swapping phone with my 14-year-old child.
No.
What I need? Why do you need my phone and why do I need yours? Like, I feel like the older you are and you say stuff like that, Petey, I look at you sideways. If you like suing them age and you just coming of age and you just really getting into really relationships, I don't agree with it, but I can see it. But if you're 50 and you still trying to sneak into somebody's phone and trying to get their passcode, that makes me look at you sideways.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? At 50, you trying to get in somebody's phone?
Absolutely.
Like, you need to reevaluate yourself and the relationship.
And I'm not gonna help you be insecure.
He ain't knocking that thing out the park, so he.
Okay, so if he knocking it out the park, you don't think she gonna check his phone?
I'm saying he ain't knocking it out the park, so he worried about who else.
Who else is doing
well,
it?
that man is not, so that's why he going into the
that's
woman's
what
phone.
I'm saying,
Okay.
Is that man only thought?
Julia said swapping phones. Somebody bag's going
that's
to be
the
packed.
main reason why a man checking to see if another man around.
That is. They doing the
that
same
shit.
thing that a woman is doing. Exact. Y'all men don't
A man
deviate.
that's secure about himself, and especially in that manner, and he not worried about who she talking to.
Yeah.
Cause I'm dicking her down.
Yeah.
Give a fuck who texting her.
Just secure. Period.
I mean that too. That too.
Like even if he's secure, like even if I'm not doing my job, I could find another one. Like even if he that type of nigga, it's got to be security.
There you go. Got to be some security.
Tracy said, it's so childish. I never want to experience that crap again. Don't worry about my phone. Lakeisha said, not at all. Respect boundaries.
I never played
Sue said,
that.
that's what you get for having that Stone Age iPhone, Lakeisha. That's how they broke it. That's how they got in your phone with your fingerprint. And Sherelle said, facts. It was Eddie that's too invasive. Me either. I don't go into phones.
I don't go on the phones. I don't check pockets.
Sue said she went through phones before. She not gonna lie.
Sue,
I can imagine you're 24.
And
you know
then
what I'm saying?
we talking about Sue here. If she did find something, or she gonna bust out crying.
Will Proctor. Sue I don't know. I don't think Sue cries when it comes to guys. She cried for like simple stuff.
Sue get petty when it come to guys.
Yeah, Julia
Sue
said
get even.
a dude ain't going to find shit in a woman's phone because women are the best cheaters.
Bullshit.
And
They are.
Petey said to
I ain't saying
Julius,
I ain't the best
I'ma
cheater.
just pack
Yeah.
my bags and
You'll
be
find
like,
a
you can
good
keep the
nigga
house.
in a
I'll
woman's phone.
log
That's
into
why
a
you don't go
shelter
through
for
that.
now.
Probably not.
Tank is watching. Hello, Tank.
If we up to some shit that you ain't supposed to know about, 9 times out of 10,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be in the phone.
so the consensus is, Sue said, laughing my ass off. I don't cry, but I do cry, but I didn't cry. Okay, so the consensus is men do go in
through
DMs,
phones.
stand over shoulders, try to get in your phone, want to read your text, and let the record reflect when they do get into your phone and they do find what they was looking for. They don't go nowhere.
It's a
and
word.
bust out crying. That's it.
They start crying.
They crying and go lay down.
That's it.
all they
That's
do.
it. Don't agree with that. Smoke said, hell no. A real N-word is not going to go through a woman's phone. People say that, but that's not true. What is a real
They do
man?
smoke.
If a man want to know something, I just don't agree with that. A real man not going to do this and a real man not going to do that. Oh,
Nah, he right.
He right?
He right.
No.
What makes him a real man
He
for
right.
not going through the phone?
He right. He right. I mean, look, like I said, I agree with him because if you real about what's going on, if you got a suspicion, then your suspicion is dead. It ain't even no sense of me trying to go and do the searching. Her actions gonna tell me that something ain't right. So fuck it.
Okay, so here's my question to you. if all of that goes down, why you feel like you don't feel like in any certain situation you wouldn't get desperate enough to be like, let me see if my shit's
and
accurate.
the phone just laying open right there. This particular day,
She in the shower.
She dozed off, and her
She
phone laying
forgot.
there open. You ain't gonna touch it.
Leave it alone. Yeah, I like I
And
said.
if you
that
do
journal,
if you do touch it, you're not a real man.
I went through a journey. I ain't saying that.
Per
I'm
you
not-
said
you
Smoke.
agree with
I'm
Smoke.
Per
I
you and
agree-
Smoke.
I agree with him. I mean, like I said, if you on some real shit and you understand that things ain't right in your relationship, going through that phone ain't gonna do nothing but cause a whole bunch of confusion. Cause you gonna read something and you gonna react to it.
Well, it's supposed to
Yeah,
get
that's
you
what
to
I'm
make a
saying.
decision
So
to
as
leave.
as a real man, you
Why can't you just be a man? Why got to be a real man? I just don't like that. I just don't like
You're
that.
not a man. You gotta be a man.
No,
Jada.
there's a
It's
difference between being a
thing,
real
Jada.
man.
I just don't think going through,
Everybody born male, but that don't mean they're a man.
But I don't think something as minor as going through a phone determines if you're a real man or if
It
you're
is,
not a
because
real
it's
man.
based
It's integrity. It's
right.
character things behind that.
I feel that it is wrong to intrude, but I don't feel like, oh, he's a wimp or
Can I
he's a
ask you
punk
this?
for doing that.
I ain't call him that.
He's a woman.
I just, but
I don't
let me
feel
ask
like
you
he's a
this.
woman for doing it.
Does a man go through a woman's phone when their relationship is going good?
I feel like a man will go through the
If he's insecure,
depending on
yeah.
the man, he'll go through the phone if the opportunity presents
Yeah.
itself. The relationship could be going magnificent.
Yeah.
It depends on the certain man and if the opportunity presents itself.
And I do feel like that's a female trait. Going through phones, busting windows out, following motherfuckers. All those are female traits. So if you participating in any of that as a man, you
I
not
can't
a real
call
man.
my
Like
man
you,
up right
it's
here.
like you doing some shit a
I
woman
can't
would
call
do.
this man up right here and be like, yeah, man, you know, I went through that bitch phone last night.
They do that. Men do that every day.
I don't be
Just
around
like
them
they
men.
gossip
I don't-
and just like they do all of that.
Or
But
you
anyway,
calling your homeboy and be
I
like,
don't
come
be
pick me
around
up so I can
them
go
type of
follow
men.
her.
I don't be
They do
around
that.
them type of men.
I commend you
So,
for that, Eddie.
yeah.
But all types of men do it.
Yeah.
Some don't even let you know they do it, and they do. So you might be around those type of men. But anyway, we got a lot of comments.
Okay, what's in the comments?
Julia said, I'm looking like a mofo because I don't want to secure my future with no hoe. So he looking through the phone.
If you think she a hoe, why are you trying to secure a future?
Smoke
with
said
her?
boundaries.
You
No,
shouldn't
I'm
need to
not-
go through a phone to secure that, Julius.
Okay, Sherelle said, I'm so aware dating is so difficult. Smoke said
is.
boundaries. He's not going to do it. Sherelle said, I think anybody is capable of cheating, men or women, but if you find your purpose, you won't even be interested. Of course, we all have temptation, but your self-control will be stronger than if you know, you know. PD said, going through a phone don't make you less of a man. I don't do it, but if other people do it, more power to them.
I think it make you less of a man.
Terrence said, no bullshit, champ, to Eddie. Antonio said, I'm with whoever that brother is talking. Antonio said he with you, Eddie. And Smoke said, no, I'm not. Antonio said, if I got to go through her phone, I'm out. Julia
Exactly.
Julia said, he's a man that stands on his own. He's going, Julius, write that again. You went to tech. I need better from you. Keisha said, I've seen a real man go through a text, emails, DMs, and more. So Keisha said they done went through emails.
Girl, they
I
do
feel
it
like
all.
I feel like if you go through an email, I mean you going
fishing.
overboard. But she said he's a real
No,
man.
that's going overboard because you know how much shit you gotta go through the bullshit
somebody
emails
email.
you get. Yeah.
Antonio said women not that good at cheating. Them
Women
signs,
are.
He said them signs be there, but dudes' pride won't let them see it. That's why it seems that way. Women check what dudes don't want to see.
A lot of women cheat
And
when you
I-
at your happiest.
But I will agree with Antonio there. I feel like a lot of signs do be there. Because I feel like how we always say a woman cheats off of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if her pattern changes or deviates in any way, even if it's a small way, those are like subtle signs. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Because, you know, she may never like, oh, I'm going to the gym or something like that. And she might not be really going to the gym. She's going to meet up with her sneaky link.
Well-
So I do feel like women can possibly cheat good, but I agree with you, Antonio. The signs really do be there.
But sometimes
if
there
you're
aren't
vigilant,
any signs.
you'll catch those
Sometimes
signs.
there aren't any signs. You can have everybody. I feel like everybody in the world has that one person. So if that one person, you could be completely happy in your relationship, and that one person resurfaces and drags you back into that.
Somebody just made that yesterday.
Girl, that happened.
That just became a thing. And no,
She don't want to lead a man. That's just her one person.
Somebody
She
sent
can't
me that
resist.
early this morning and asked me did I agree with it, and I said no.
I agree.
I did not agree with
I've
it.
seen it happen.
I did not agree with it. So I'm gonna send it to y'all. We gonna put it on Talks with Tony
Yeah.
page.
That's
My
too much.
advice to men is always assume that there's a sport code going in.
No.
What that mean, Eddie? Give us it in layman's terms.
Meaning that.
Eddie, that is not true.
It is. I
So
said,
you
I
going-
said, hold on. I said I assume. I
That's
didn't say
another
you
guy?
are. I said I make the assumption.
So you already going there with that seed planting. You going into the
Goddamn
relationship
right.
not organic.
You got no. It's organic.
It's
I
not.
can.
You're already going into it assuming that she already got another
You
nigga.
might do. Shit.
Not Mike.
But listen. That's why I said Mike. I said assume.
You said assume.
I said, I always
Antonio,
assume
I agree
that
with you.
She might have a sport coat.
What's the sport code? Another dude?
Yeah, her little sneaky link. Her little,
Okay.
her little hook up. Listen.
You automatically assume that with any woman you mess with.
Listen,
Why is people so
Yes
scared
or
to
no?
get their
I ain't the
feelings
first
hurt?
dick she done had in her life, and I ain't
Okay,
fighting
but
over
why
that.
do you, like Tone said,
So-
why do you automatically assume that?
You can't- you come in with that seed.
So, but you automatically assuming that, does that dictate the way you act? too?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't like that.
And it's going to dictate the way he runs the relationship.
Exactly.
I mean, the
I feel
relationship
like
gonna run.
games will always be played if we always trying to, well, I'm going to do this just in case she doing that.
No, he
I don't
gonna
like
be doing
that.
that, and she gonna be living regular.
See,
Gonna
I don't
be-
like that.
Yeah, you already going in with that seed planted. It's already fucked up.
Mr. Tony, you like it?
Better be safe inside.
Okay.
Why are you so scared of getting your feelings
I ain't
hurt?
say I was scared.
Why
I
is people so
I
scared of getting
said-
their feelings hurt?
I don't know about
Who was
them.
that with the
I
red
just
hand
said-
glasses?
Because here's my
Always-
theory.
Okay, look.
Sherelle?
If you come in with a relationship with both eyes open, with a pure heart, yada yada yada, yes, she could have a sport coat on the side.
Okay.
But only thing it's going to do, you're going to cry in the car for 3 to 5 days, and you're going to be fine after that. Why already build up a stigmatism for yourself that every woman I'm going to meet might got a
Yeah.
sport coat?
Yeah.
You already shooting yourself in the foot before you even get in the
Sherelle
relationship.
said you need to stop that shit, Eddie.
Period, Eddie.
Sue said you quiet, Mrs. Honey.
Evil Ed.
No.
There.
I ain't, but I'm not coming in. Oh, bitch! I know you got niggas. But at the
You
same
call women the
time,
B word?
Sometimes.
I don't like that, Eddie. I don't like that for you.
Why
I don't like
not?
that.
Why not?
Don't do that.
I ain't say I was completely Christian.
Okay, I don't like that.
I'm just saying. I don't.
I had got a phone call. That's why I lagged.
But if I'm the type like this. I always assume that you might have somebody.
I
but
don't
if
like that.
Like
Get
you,
that out your head.
no. But if
Get that
I
out
like
your
you,
head.
I'm not worried about him. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
I
worried
don't
about
know what to
you.
say about that.
If I like her, listen.
If you like her, you still gonna assume that
If I like her, she got another
No,
man.
he said he don't care.
he would still mess with her.
Yes.
Okay.
He don't give a damn.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next question.
All right.
This is more like a statement.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, a lot of men make posts dogging women and degrading women for various
I had to
reasons.
unfollow somebody for that.
For various reasons. So, you know, a lot of times they be like, that's why you ain't got a man now, and, you know, all of that. So the statement is, a man is the easiest thing to get. Getting the right man is the hard part. Do you agree or disagree? Do you feel like if a woman wants a man, she can have one? Because people have got it, society has it feeling like, oh, well, you can't get a man. Or don't no man want you for whatever reason. Your size, how many kids you got, where you live, you know, all of these different things. Do you feel that...
When you say get a man, what do you mean? A relationship to sleep with them? What
A
do you
man,
mean?
a
to
relationship.
Okay.
A man is the easiest thing to get. Getting the right man is the hard part. What do y'all feel about that? What's y'all thoughts on that? Dontria.
I think, hey,
Okay,
niece.
we getting back up there. Dontria, guess who ain't here on the live? Mr. Tony.
Mr. Tony's been doing his thizzle on here.
What you feel about that, Mr. Tony?
Yeah, let Mr. Tony go
Tone
first.
pondering on that. What you feel?
Is it easy for a woman to get a man?
No.
It's not?
No.
Why
It
do you think so?
depends- First of all, it depends on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And what she's seeking from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's different reasons. And
No, I'm not
Exactly.
letting you see Dontria.
So you feel like
He not getting no camera.
it
You feel like
varies.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
you feel like it depends on what she's looking for in a man.
Right.
I got
Okay,
you.
so when you were out there doing your Diddy Bop in your younger years, what did you look for in a woman, or what made you want to have a relationship with a woman? What was like the key things you looked for?
First of all, Mr. Tony might be still out there. Don't limit him.
No,
You're not still out there?
I'm not.
You not out there, Mr. Tony? Okay, well, you know.
What was your main thing that made you solidify, okay, I'm going to be with her, I'm going to build with her?
Well, it depends on certain characteristics.
Like,
Independence.
Independence. Y'all hear this, ladies?
You like somebody independent?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's not frozen over here, Sue. Fix your laptop, sis. Get your Wi-Fi checked.
and how, and what she's looking for in me.
But you feel like independence is very important.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you don't want no bitch in your pocket, huh?
No.
I don't blame you, Mr. Tony.
We gonna dig it in pockets.
I don't blame you, baby.
We gonna dig it in pockets. You can
Tony
be
said,
independent
come,
and still dig
have
it in
your own
pockets.
before you fuck with him.
Okay, so
What do you say?
I feel like a man is easy to get. I feel like it's very easy to get
I agree.
a man. I feel like if you want to be in a relationship, it's very easy to be in a relationship. Now, is this relationship meaningful? Is this relationship healthy? All of that. That's the real,
I guess that's where the right man part
that's why
comes
they
in.
say getting the right man is the hard part. And let's not forget, a lot of these men that look great on paper are the worst men to get. Because y'all get that confused, like, oh, if he doesn't have this, or if he doesn't live here, or if he doesn't look like that. But those are a lot of times the worst men to
Trash.
get. They is the wrong man.
Yeah.
Because they look good on paper, but other than that, under the surface, they're just
I think women can pull a man easier than a man can pull a woman.
You do? You think so? What y'all think about that?
I think-
Do y'all think a woman
Wait,
pull a
I think
man?
a woman.
In this
And
time,
nice
in this
woman.
day and time,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, Eddie said a woman could pull a man easier or faster than a man could pull a woman.
I feel like in this day and time,
I feel like it's a tie.
Well, I feel like for this day and time, it's men can pull women easier because of the ratio.
That's
it's
what I
like
think.
a 6-to-1 to.
And I feel
to
like
men.
women look at looks less. Like
At our
men,
age.
yeah, men always gonna go for looks.
I would say this.
Women not. Women will go for if you got
All right,
men are
so
physical.
that's what I'm saying. All right, so in a sense of, like, you two nice looking ladies, y'all can walk down the street right now in 5 minutes pull up on y'all. I can walk down the street.
Period, Eddie.
5 bitches gonna call the police on me, man. Get
If
this
you
nigga
say
out of
something. Okay, I get what you're saying as far as that.
But where it differs is, I think for women, it's easy for a man to find an unoccupied woman. Than it
Okay,
is a
that's
woman
true.
To find an unoccupied
I agree
man.
with that. Now you talking.
Yeah,
Now you
so-
talking.
For real?
Damn right.
Yeah.
I feel like every man is attached these days.
Hey, damn right. Listen.
That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying.
He's saying. He said it's
Unoccupied
easy.
mans.
He said it's easier
For a woman to find an unoccupied man.
No, he said the
Oh, the
opposite.
opposite.
Man,
Oh, okay, yeah, I agree with that.
I can talk to a woman and she, for whatever reason, don't have no man in her life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's real decent and nice, and she don't got a man.
She don't got no
That's
man.
true.
But you'll find a man, he
He ain't got
10
no
women.
teeth. He ain't got
10
this and
women.
that, and he still got
You
hella
got-
bitches.
Ab- Absolutely.
Because you gotta think of the men, black, especially black men. We go jail more. We dying faster than. So
Yeah.
if you had 20 niggas by the start of the beginning of the year, that number dwindles down to 2 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because of all the circumstances that us men face.
Oh,
Okay, Eddie
Poor
talking,
health.
Eddie
Poor
talking
health.
like he on BT.
The
circumstance.
He preaching though. It's right. He correct.
Okay, so we have loads and loads of comments.
All right.
Okay, Dontria has made it in here. She says she agreed to something. Sherelle agreed, I think, to that statement. A woman can definitely get a man, but it's definitely might not be the right
What
man.
you get.
Sherelle said, I can have whoever I want, your son, father, or grandfather.
Period.
Sherelle, I made that post before. Like, yeah, I could pull papa, dad, or baby boy.
Here's the problem.
And we got that question tonight about age gaps. So please stay tuned.
Here's the problem. Son crazy, dad broke, and Pop he cool, but
I'm gonna fuck with the grandfather.
yeah, that's your best bet, Pop. But Pop got about 3-4 bitches because they already know what time it is too.
I'm trying to marry him and get that.
That's
pension.
our dilemma. That's where the right man come in.
Okay, Tracy said agreed. Men are easy to get. The man that fits you just right is hard. The hard part.
Yes.
Sherelle said period. Dontria said let her see Mr. Tony. She crying because he ain't here talking on the live.
What's the matter with you?
Okay, we not
Mr.
about
Tony's
to
calling you out, bro.
Dontria said his women only come on Wednesdays and Sundays to talk about me. Go ahead. Sue said she on her laptop. Sue said men are easy. Sherelle said facts. The wrong man. LOL. I can post a booty pic and have 5 boyfriends and a fight if I responded to DMs. And she said, who is that? That's another guy, Dontria.
Because men are physical.
And Tracy
All
said,
you gotta do is look a certain way.
they get having money confused
But
with
then
having
these
good
same niggas
character.
that be going through your DM.
Tracy said.
Well,
Tracy
that's what
said
I
a
said.
man
The
that
right
looks
man,
good on
that's a
paper.
different story.
Tracy said a man that looks good on paper gets having money confused with having good character and a good personality.
Absolutely.
And they be jerks a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So we moving.
Because they know they are high commodity.
We moving on to the age gap question.
Okay.
The age gaps in dating. What is the lowest and highest you have gone or are willing to go as far as in the dating world?
I've never dated anybody younger. Even when I was young, I ain't fuck with the young dudes. Older, I ain't going over 10 years.
Okay. Eddie?
7 down.
So you mess with somebody 7
down.
years younger.
I mess with 7 down. 10 up.
Oh, so you mess with one of them old gray pew broads. Okay, Mrs. Tony.
He ain't that damn old. They're 10 years older than
And you said old like a couple times.
Right.
Okay, how do you? How do
I'm
you?
the same age as you.
You 48?
I'm 47.
Okay, I'm 48. You're not the same age.
So
as me.
he say 50.
So you
We
mess
the
with
same age.
So you mess with
a
So you mess with a 60-year-old before.
No,
Almost.
50 plus.
Okay.
Would you mess with a 60-year-old?
Do you feel like
She look good? Fuck yeah.
Okay, I was about to ask you, do you
She's
feel like
70, she look
what I'm
good.
saying.
I'm tell
See, that's what I'm saying.
But do you feel like
We
okay,
in our prime now.
if you 47 and you mess with a 57-year-old, what do you feel like she brings that a younger person wouldn't bring to the table?
Culture.
Culture?
She got a little culture. She a little more seasoned. She know what I'm saying? She got a
Maturity.
understanding.
Maturity, Mrs. Tony said.
Understanding
So
of
that
life.
means you'll mess with a 90-year-old.
Are you mad?
What? I'm just
Hey,
asking.
ask
If you talking about you
David.
want somebody seasoned,
Mr. Tony said, "Are you mad?"
so he want him a 90-year-old bra at the
No.
He said, "Absolutely not."
What era are you in?
Okay, so would you go older or younger, Mr. Tony?
How old are you?
Younger, of course.
Would you mind me asking your age, Mr. Tony?
70.
Okay, so
What's the youngest you have ever gone? Keep it a stat.
Say 45.
45? What
work,
the
Mr.
hell?
Tony.
You said youngest.
Yeah.
Youngest.
Okay, so
What's the youngest I went?
25. So you messed with somebody that was
45.
45
Yeah.
years old when you was what?
Work,
60
Mr.
something?
Tony.
No.
How old were you?
I was in my 20s. but
And
I
she was 45?
Yeah.
Oh, so you went 25 years up. Okay.
How was that?
It was okay. It
What
wasn't
that mean?
bad.
Okay.
Was it an adjustment?
Yeah.
Cause her knees fucked up and shit, and you and your prime.
So you was 20 something messing with a 45-year-old.
Yeah.
How did your mom feel about that?
She didn't like it. 'Cause
She didn't?
Anytime she called the house, my mother would say, "Why don't you leave my son alone?"
I feel her on that.
Period.
I feel her on that. What the hell do your old ass want with my son?
What did y'all have in common?
Sex.
Knocking the boots?
That's it.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, so they saying a 20-year-old and a 45-year-old, a 20-year-old boy and a 45-year-old woman have nothing in common but sex. So this question came because Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, is dating Michael Jordan's son. Larsa is 48. He is 32. That's a 16-year age difference. And then Bernice Burgos, who's a IG and BBL model, she's dating an NBA player named Jalen. He's 26 and she's 42. That's a 16-year age gap. So these are both older women dating significantly younger men. So, how do you feel about that?
You know what's crazy? I don't see no problems with it. I see zero problems with it. They both still look good as fuck. And the dudes that
Larsa don't, but okay.
Larsa kind of never did. Larsa's just
She
too
just got too much
plastic
Botox.
surgery.
Done.
Yeah, she too
She
plastic
was a
surgery
beautiful
for me.
woman at one point. Don't get me wrong.
I have never
but
seen
she
her.
has gotten too much work done, and now it's just horrible.
I have never seen her without the plastic surgery, so I don't know how she used to look, but I know now. But they both can pull 20-somethings and 30-somethings at 16 years older. So I don't see no problems with that. Now, don't ask me if I find a problem with... I don't know. It's a little pervy to me when men do it.
Okay,
like
I was
when
gonna
men
ask you that.
42 and a woman 25, like...
Definitely.
Bitch, what
It's
you,
pervy.
what you doing with her?
Okay, the way I look at it, I feel like, okay, it's nothing wrong with an age gap, but I feel like the ages at the time are an important piece of it.
Absolutely.
So I feel like if a guy is 22 and the woman is 42, I feel like that's wrong. Now, if he's 40 and she's 60, of course, he's lived life a lot. He's probably been married, divorced, he's traveled, he has kids, he's worked,
Yeah.
he's been through a lot. But at 22, whether you're a boy or girl, you're just starting life, and you don't need to be with such a seasoned person at that time.
What if you live one hell of a life from all the way up to 25? And we know some people that they was grown at 12.
I feel like at the end of the day, do what you want. But me, I would
like raising families and shit. You know, everybody ain't got the perfect family.
I would be upset if an older lady messed with my son.
Me too.
Me, as far as my own personal, I have gone younger. I have gone 8 years younger. Mm-hmm. I'm not into older guys, so I've never gone older. Every guy I've dealt with has been younger than me, 5 years, 8 years, 2 years, or my same age. Mm-hmm. But I never messed with older. And people.
Would you date older?
I can't really say, because whenever older guys have tried to talk to me, they've been just as they've been so childish that I feel like you're too old for this. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should have gotten to another level by now. So you kind of like turned me off.
That's sad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people Sue's age, they have tried to talk to me, 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I always tell them.
Though.
I mean, it is a compliment, but I always tell them, like, you know, my daughter's your age. We don't have nothing in common.
Yeah.
I'm the same age or older than your mother. They be like, I'm mature. I'm this. I'm that. Mm-hmm. You know, like Mr. Tony said, at that point, they're looking for you as sex. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they kind of looking at you as a mother figure, too. Mm-hmm. Indirectly or whatever. And I'm very controlling, so it would literally be like I got a little puppy dog. Yeah. I got a little son.
You got somebody to lead around.
That's what it normally turn out. It's like trophy. It's like trophy.
Absolutely,
mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, a valid passport, a requirement to date you. And I've seen men and women post this, that if you don't have a passport, they won't even date you. Because just random people on social media.
Okay.
In general?
Yeah, because they feel like they want to travel. Like, they feel like when they've gotten to a certain age or level, they want to do things outside of, you know,
that's what I was
the normal
say.
things.
For me personally, no, it's not a requirement. You just never been out of the country. So yeah, once I want to go out of the country, you need to get a passport. But I can understand the sentiment. If I'm in a certain point of my life and I want someone worldly, or I want someone who's up for the same shit that I'm up for, then yeah, I can see why they say it's a requirement. Mm-hmm. You ain't on the same shit I'm on. If you ain't even got a passport yet, you ain't even on the same shit I'm on. Is it a requirement for me personally? No.
Yeah, some people just love to travel.
Yeah.
And they feel like, hey, if you're going to be my boo and we going to be doing this, you need a passport because we're going to be flying out a lot. So you can't get mad at that. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
What's the question?
The question is having a valid passport required to date you?
No, I mean, I'm a hood nigga, so you know what I mean.
So y'all could go to Ocean City. You don't care about going to Rehoboth Beach.
Goddamn.
That's what you saying.
Y'all ain't gotta go to Belize.
And he said,
we can hit up Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can go to the
smoke spot. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll meet you where you at.
Okay. So you feel like you'll meet the lady where she's at in life.
I ain't got a passport yet.
Okay.
Is it different from men though?
What?
Because men don't expect the same amount of shit that women expect from men.
Absolutely, we don't.
So
absolutely, we just want a chick to hold us down. To be honest with
you, women got standards.
Y'all want a chick to hold y'all down. What do that mean? What does that entail?
For you, because it's different for everybody.
Okay, yeah, like that partnership, like if you got kids by somebody, like I'm mom, I'm dad, you mom, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever I ain't got you, if I ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? Make up for me without
it being a big issue.
I ain't to pay your half.
Yeah,
you know, if I got you, know.
Right. Delve more into that. But back to the passport question.
Okay.
Tracy said, shaking my head, you can get a passport. That's just silly. People are superficial.
Yeah, I agree with that, Tracy. Like, you gonna throw the whole man away because he ain't got a passport? Like, what the fuck?
You ain't got a passport, nigga.
I just feel, but I feel like it's how you say it depends on what people want.
Yeah.
Like,
it definitely is nothing wrong with it.
I don't know if y'all remember Jamie Foxx. You know, they always used to get on him saying, like, why don't you date black women? Mm-hmm. And Jamie Foxx was like, because they ain't got no passport. He always used to say that. He was like, black women don't ever have no passport. I'm ready to go. Now, this was like 20 plus years ago.
Okay, so that's what he was in his life.
And he was like, black women ain't got no passport, so I don't date them.
That's not true,
and a girl that I saw write this, it was a young girl, you know, she's like into that whole influencer life. So she likes to be on the scene. She likes to travel. And she says she will not date a guy if he do not have a passport.
But see, that
And I
makes
feel
sense for her.
Mhm.
That makes
right,
sense for
that
her.
makes sense for her. For her.
Tess said, okay, you can expedite the passport. People need to calm down. Social media got people wilding. Antonio said it's not a requirement because I'm still working on mine. Working on yours.
What you mean
Antonio,
working? You fill out the shit and pay.
$100.
The fuck?
Smoke said,
I'm with you, Antonio. I
Oh,
gotta
you
get
working
mine
on
too,
yours?
nigga.
wait a minute. Smoke
Goddamn.
said convicts, it's hard for us to get one. I'm a hood in too. Okay, I know plenty of convicts and murderers that got passports.
Yeah.
How is it hard? And I want to bring this up real quick.
Are you on paper today?
Because a lot of times, a lot of stuff don't be true, and you've never did your due diligence and your research,
You just
and
heard.
you just think that, oh, I can't get this job here, or oh, I can't get that, and that's furthest from the truth. I'm not saying that you haven't gone down there and applied, Smoke, but a lot of times we, as people of color, I get this from Wendy Williams, we don't investigate or we don't research. One person to tell us this, a dumbass person that don't even know that heard it from another dumbass person, and we'll take it as the gospel.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I personally know murderers that have passports. So, what's your charge? What did you do over top of murder?
I do too.
So, go ahead. Treason? Yeah, I literally was going to say that. So, espionage,
I was gonna say
you start
espionage.
doing this, all of that shit. You on your Jason Bourne shit, then you might not be able to get one.
Now you can't go get into Canada with a record, but you could definitely go somewhere else
Y'all
without
funny.
with a passport.
Okay, several places in the USA I can visit. I don't care, but please apply for your passport. So she said,
Yeah, you're not
I
gonna
will.
So she's saying
I'm gonna do that. All right.
Lakeisha said she'll work with you, but at the same token,
You need to
a
get your shit.
passport costs more than. I mean, I'm not a drug smoker, but what's that? A 3/5? What's that?
A 3.5?
Yeah, how much is that?
No, that doesn't cost more than 3.5.
How much is 3.5?
Like $30.
Oh, what's the big one that y'all get? What's the next? How much is an ounce?
$100.
Okay,
Or
a
a
passport,
QP.
a QP or an ounce. If y'all get that on the regular, just go get your passport.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, a passport's like what, $240?
No, it's less than that. A passport is like $130. If you want the book and the card, it's like $180. Y'all spend that
on weed. I do.
On weed. So yeah.
I got
I
mine.
had no excuse.
I got mine like
But
10
again,
years
if
ago, so I don't
y'all
know
if
the
y'all
price.
content with just staying in the area, it's a lot of places to see in the U.S. of A.
Okay, I think that was the energy behind what she was saying though. There is people who are totally content with being at their house, not traveling nowhere. Like you just asked Eddie, is he going to Rehoboth or whatever? They cool with that shit. That's not the type of nigga she looking for.
Okay, Bobby is enlightening us. Bobby said
What's
you
up,
can't.
Bobby?
Derek Richardson Jr.
Goddamn,
Junior.
that's a hell of a name.
We don't know you, but hi, Junior. Junior said you can get in Canada by flight, but not by driving. If you know.
Oh, really?
I guess
so. You can still get into Canada. Okay.
Keisha B said if you got outstanding child support, you ain't getting one. Sherelle said it's definitely a
Okay,
superficial
pay
way
that.
of thinking. Bobby Jr. said I'm a convicted felon. I had my passport for 5 years.
Period.
So there we go with that. Thank you, Bobby. I love the transparency and I love you educating the people.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio said I had $60K in child support. I'm down to $17K. Don't even worry about it, Antonio.
But goddamn,
Get somebody else to do it.
No, that was a hell of a work off. He worked off about 45 grand.
Okay, Sherelle said I definitely have a passport, but the requirement is crazy. I feel like the requirements for a passport is crazy.
A birth
Oh, or Sherelle, you saying required for your date to have a passport?
Oh,
so you saying requiring your man?
I think it's crazy, but I see what she's saying.
And also, I'm not saying like, oh, having a passport is the holy grail, but I am saying as far as like what Sherelle saying, the requirement is crazy. I feel like if you want to travel, don't. I feel like we just be like, well, he don't got one, so let's just whatever. I feel like you should always raise the bar.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we're still going such and such.
You should always raise the bar in any relationship. It doesn't have to be with a passport, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like,
I agree.
Always raise the bar and never just settle for the standard. Keisha said there's always Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. You can't go there.
Yeah, but
without a
you're not
passport.
gonna keep Puerto Rican and me all motherfucker for 10 years. Bitch, get a passport. How many times we finna go? Right. You're not gonna Ocean City me to motherfucking death.
Do you feel it's important for parents to have a life outside of their children? And also, what are some signs you may be living vicariously through your child? And this question just came about because I know a lot of people that are like newly empty nesters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like a lot of times when you have like breakups or long-term relationships, once you break up, you put your whole life into your kids because you don't have no other life and you don't have no man, and you probably wishing that you were still with him. So
sometimes
you throw,
it's a sickening, toxic way.
It is, and you throw your life and yourself into your child, and eventually that child is going to become 18. They're going to go off to college and all of that, and you don't have a life. And also the second part of that, living vicariously through your kids, if your child plays sport, if they cheer, if just it's something that you always wanted to do but you didn't get to do it, do you put added pressure and stress on your child to be this person, but really it's your dream and your fantasy?
I could take it a step further than that. I take school and all of that. They at the photo shoots telling her, like, spread your legs apart. Like, bitch, that's too much.
Yeah.
You had your day.
I have seen that with really young girls,
yes.
12, 13, doing very sexy, provocative, seductive photo shoots, and
the mama holding the camera.
But I have actually seen some fathers post them.
I was about to say, let's not go there.
Post their daughter in a picture. Okay, I'm like, it's her birthday. I'm sure you had other cute pictures of her than a sexy, provocative picture of a child.
I've seen a man take his son, like, okay, he was 16. He got all the money displayed. The father got the money displayed. They got bitches all around. Boosie did that shit.
Yeah.
You can't, like, that little boy might not even wanted all of that to go down. You can't.
Boosie bought his son strippers, and all of that for his birthday when he was like 12 or 13.
I seen a dude on Instagram did that for his son's 16th birthday. Do y'all
call that living vicariously or just influencing them, having a heavy influence?
I think that's living through them, one, and I think that's I think it's both. I think it's both. They really wanted that lifestyle when they were younger. They didn't have the money. You know, not all of us, but a lot of us grew up without means. So now, and then we've grown up to, we got money now. Well, you know what I'm saying? We're doing okay. So our kids didn't grow up like we grew up, and we want to throw everything we ever wanted on the kid. That don't necessarily mean the kid want to live like that.
So as a dad, I have dedicated my life to my children, like, and unapologetically don't give a fuck because this is what I love to do. But I let my kids pick their path and I support them. Now, what you're saying about that vicariously shit, I've coached football, Little League football.
I was going to bring up the sports
and man,
components.
You just hear these
I was going to bring that
that
up.
Be out there like barking at us as coaches. Like, man, my son need this and that. And like, shut the fuck up.
And the kids is like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Like I had, right.
Eddie said one thing. It's two things that I feel like is really toxic to us as a black community. Eddie said one of them. I've devoted my life to my kids. I feel like everybody should have a life outside of their kids, outside of their husband, their wife. Everybody should have a life. That's one fuck up we do because that's what we're conditioned and trained to do. We supposed to love them unconditionally. We supposed to do it. Yeah, but you're supposed to have a life outside of children. Number two.
Just because Lakeisha laughed at you.
Number two is when a parent says, well, the parent, and it's mostly mothers, make the son the man of the house. Oh, he the man, he the little man of the house. That's not fucking cute. He should not be the man of the house if he's 13 and you are a single parent. That's just, he's still a kid. So I think that's, both of those things have fucked us up. And so to answer your question at the beginning, no, yes, everybody should have a life outside of their children. And yeah, people do live vicariously.
I do think that the sports part does show like the major part of like living vicariously through your kids. Yeah, you played basketball, you played football, you have this dream that never came to life. So of course you think your son is the second coming of you, and he's going to make that dream come true. Like Eddie said, sometimes he's scared, sometimes he don't even want to do it. He don't want to play no more. You cussing him out, jacking him up, all
wasting
in the game,
money.
And wasting money. And then we have the women, like Tone said, some of these women that think their child is sexy and they're living that it's sick, but they're living that dream through their child, and you know, already telling their daughter, oh, they just hating on you, they just this and they just that, but you're really living vicariously through your child, and it's sad.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of comments.
Okay.
Antonio said, I hate when people tell the little children they bad because they think that shit is cute.
I hate that too.
They said Eddie spitting facts. Tracy said always have your own hobbies and likes, etc. Bobby said, my twin played football Little League in 1 year in high school, but I had a convo. They thought I was going to be disappointed if they didn't play. Oh, his twins. But I told them, if your heart is not in it, don't play. Do it for you, not for me. So I had that
Who said that, Junior?
Yeah, I had that convo and they decided not to play, which I was cool with. I didn't want them to think I was living my childhood through them. Great
Did
job.
you used to play, Junior?
Yeah, he said, I think he said.
He used to play? I missed that part. I'm sorry.
He said, he said they would be mad if he didn't play.
Like-
He said, well, when I decided to leave a 15-year relationship, I was focused on my career because I had my children young and sacrificed college young to make sure I was there for my kids. So I'm going to college at 40. That's amazing, Sherelle.
Yeah,
I did
love
not
that.
graduate from college until I was 40.
I didn't graduate
So
till 37.
It's never too late. I got my degree at 40.
I ain't go.
It's 60. Listen, and I graduated at 37, and I had a 65-year-old Miss Diane. I'm still Facebook friends with her. She graduated with me, and she was 65.
Lakeisha said, I feel like there are a lot of parents out here that weren't popular, and they making the kids do it.
Yes.
Like what Tone was saying.
Yes. That's what you see up and down the timeline. They holding the camera while that bitch busting it wide open. And they for it.
Okay, PD said I asked the 50-11 questions. And Sue, to read that question one more time, it was, do you feel it's important for parents to have a life outside of their children? And what are signs you may be living vicariously through your kids? And I love what Tone said. You should have a life outside of your child, your man, everybody. You should have your own life.
And a sign that you are living vicariously through your child is if you give a fuck more than the kid.
That's it.
If you got to
That's
fight
it.
them to go to practice, if you got to fight them to take these pictures and put on a dress or anything you trying to force them to do, that's for you. That ain't for them.
That's correct. Last question of the night.
All
we
right.
have gone over, as usual.
I'm going to try to bust it down.
Are you living the life that you want? And how do you feel your life is going overall? So today, in this day and time, when, of course, when we're younger, we don't know what the future holds. You have all these fantasies, visions in your head. Then, of course, as you really start living life, you get to see, like, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Every time I meet a person that comes over here from another country, I'll be like, what did you think when you were gonna come to America? They'd be like, I literally thought money was gonna just fall from the trees.
That
I was
shit
gonna
is
be
crazy.
rich. So,
But that's what they hear.
that's what they see.
Yeah.
So, are you living the life that you want to live? And how do you feel like your life is just going overall?
Am I going first? Eddie, you go first.
I love where I'm at. I want to go
Don't start
further.
shit, Lakeisha.
I definitely want to go further in life.
Okay.
But I'm not at a point in my life where I'm depressed because I'm not where I want to be. You know what I mean? I got goals. I put it this way. For me, growing up in this city, at the time we grew up, I didn't think I was going to make it past 20. So to get past 20, to be an adult, to be a father, to have my career, to have the friends I made, shit, fuck it. I love what I'm doing. I love where I'm at.
Okay, that's amazing.
That is.
And like you said, you're still constantly making and creating goals. You love where you at today. I love
And
that.
a lot of people can't say that.
Right.
A lot of people are miserable and just for no reason. I am actually living the life that I want to live. Y'all know I left my job like 4 years ago, so yeah, I'm living the life I want to live. Now, with that being said, sometimes it's hard. Some months I got to eat top ramen. Some months I can eat steak, but I still wouldn't change it for nothing. I love the life that I'm living. I get to do what I love, and eventually, am I where I want to be? Fuck no, because it got to grow. So eventually, even like with this show, I love doing this show. It's going to eventually grow. My fashion business is going to eventually grow. So I'm not where I want to be, but I wouldn't change it.
Okay.
And all of this stuff right here, the grinding, you got to go through it. So I love it.
Okay, Tracy said nope, she's not where she wants to be, but she's a work in progress.
All right.
And she's going to keep pushing. Sue said she is currently having a midlife crisis at 24.
Okay.
She said, I know I'm not old, but I'm definitely getting older and didn't see this life for me.
Sue, that can happen.
Sue, holler is 20 years when you really get the midlife.
But I love the fact that she's acknowledging it now. She know what she ain't. She don't want to live this life. She might not necessarily know what she want to do, but she know this ain't it. I like that.
Sherelle said, I wouldn't say that this is the life I want, but I'm headed in that direction for the life I need. She said, I can say that I'm genuinely happy with myself.
Okay.
Lakeisha said, no, I should have been a housewife by now, but I am happy and at peace, and life is going great, but I'm happy.
Okay,
so
girl.
Earlier in the question where we was like, do parents live vicariously through their kids, and should they have their own life? Lakeisha said her kids need to catch up with her. Like, she be outside.
Absolutely.
And her kids need to catch up with
I totally
her.
agree, Kiki. You got the life, they don't.
Petey said, I'm loving my life, but it's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
I could be doing way better if it wasn't for me being complacent.
Yeah.
Lauren said, I love where I am now.
Petey, I love that you
Petey
can acknowledge that.
Sue is smart.
She what?
Petey feels that Sue is smart for her assertion of things.
Oh, okay.
And I first of all I want to thank everybody because I feel like one of our problems is we don't have like we don't have these kinds of conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have the fun, who's cheating, who's sucking D, all of that. But these are important conversations that needs to be had as well because it motivates other people. It gives you an idea like, hey, I'm not alone in this. Just like you said, like Eddie says too, wait till you get to this age, then you'll see, all of that. And it makes you think like, okay, I could be doing more, or, I just like to always
or I'm exactly where I should be.
Yeah, I just always like to put positive energy out in the air. And
it's
like
needed.
Eddie said, he's still writing goals. I don't care if you're 65. Make a short goal, a small goal for yourself, even if it's to get up and walk around the block every morning.
I told you.
I'll never stop living until you die.
Somebody in my class, when I graduated, she was 62. And she had just started school or whatever.
Sue said, somebody give me some glasses. What did I read that was wrong? Bobby Jr. said, I'm comfortable where I'm at in life.
Okay.
If I didn't go through what I've done in the past, I wouldn't be where I am today. I've learned so much,
Bobby,
made
man.
mistakes. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I love Bobby.
But I'm a work
Bobby, you
in
the real
progress.
MVP, Bobby.
But that's what I'm saying, Bobby. The struggle is what you need. The struggle gives you the appreciation. It gives you it actually gives you the foresight, the tunnel vision, all that shit. So bravo, Bobby.
Petey said Lakeisha could be a housewife, but she don't like dudes that play video games.
Ah.
Antonio
No
said,
one does, Petey.
Nobody.
The fuck?
Antonio said, I hit 30 and was lost because I ain't expect to be here. I'm 12 years from retiring to a beachfront property in Mexico. 5 years from my kids and grandkids being financially able to do whatever they want. I feel good for a person who ain't have life plans until I started 30.
I love
so
it.
He feel like he didn't have no goals, directions. He wasn't doing anything upwardly mobile until he turned 30. So he has made a lot happen
That
in
was
a short
Tonio?
period of time. Yeah.
Antonio also claiming for
Raphael, where the hell you been?
Antonio, you gonna pay that last $17,000 off and get your passport in the next year or two too. I'm claiming that. I'm claiming that for you too. He already paid on 45. You might as well go ahead and do the level 15.
To answer the question for me, I feel like overall I am living the life. Oh, Candace Nashay finally made it in. Candace,
Hey, Candace.
you late? You tardy. Anyway, I feel like overall, yes, of course, there's always going to be things that you still want to do, but I've always been like a driven and a goal-oriented type of person.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, never focus on what somebody else is doing. Never compare yourself to anyone else. Comparison is the thief of joy. And definitely don't ever put yourself on like a societal timetable. Like if you're this age, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
Or if you don't do this at that age, then you're not really adult and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe in any of that. So I feel like anything that I've ever put my mind to in life, I've accomplished it. I love to see my goals in writing. So
one thing I can say about you too, and that you spread, this bitch don't like a motherfucker that complain or that's woe is me.
What you gonna do about it?
Or like even when I bust out, like I always tell this story, when I bust out crying because I didn't get accepted to college, that bitch was like, look, stop whining, what the fuck you gonna do? Like what you finna do? I was like, okay, you're right. Like she don't play that. So and that you like, so you encourage your friends, you encourage people around you.
Energy exudes.
Absolutely.
So that's one
so
thing.
I've gotten my stop complaining quality from her.
Journal, write stuff down, write your goals.
Do you
even
think
if
it's
small.
good to compare yourself to yourself?
Of course.
Yeah.
But could that hinder you? Like if you say, all right, let's say because in 2019, me and you was on our way to Atlanta. I was about to start my first.
That just came up in my memory.
For real.
Yeah.
I was about to start my first industrial line. All of that. COVID hit. So if I compare myself from 2019 to today, I ain't doing shit like I'm supposed to be doing it So would that necessarily be a good thing to compare yourself to
Yes,
yourself?
because it will motivate you for, like, I fail and I'm going to get back up. Dust yourself off and try again.
Yeah.
You were on your way.
Competition.
Exactly. You
That's
were on
true.
your way. You fell off for whatever reason. COVID hit. Different scenarios is going to happen and different obstacles will get in your way.
Life.
But it's what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? And don't ever give up. And I always say, always love to say the most, because I feel like so many people be like, what's the point now? I'm already 45. What's the point of me doing this, that, and the third? So I commend Sherelle for going to school at her age, raising her sons, and now she's working on herself. You can live to be 90 years old. You're going to let 50 years be wasted because you said, what's the point now? So I don't care what it is. Like I always say, if it's to drive a car, you 50 and you want to drive, go out there and start taking your learner's permit or do whatever.
And that applies
to travel.
Let go of the dead weight too.
So I feel like, I don't have no complaints in life.
Okay.
Antonio said it's a motivator. Speak life into your people at all times. Yes, Tone. Lakeisha heard some words. I can't be the house guest. They gonna throw me out. I don't know what PD's talking about.
What the fuck?
Tracy said yes, be solution based. Lakeisha said I love the in-house guest tonight. Oh, Eddie and them.
Oh. Yes, we have a special guest. Eddie did wonderfully.
Eddie came in and basically kind of took over the show. And we loved it because he gave a male perspective. And I noticed that a lot of males in the comments agreed to a lot of what he said.
Excuse me, you're not going to let Mr. Tony go.
Okay, Mr. Tony was here too, but he
Mr. Tony was our special guest as well.
He did, and he gave a lot of insightful answers for a man of a particular age.
And if you're like Candace or Tess or anybody else who is tardy to the party, you can catch this episode on Friday on our YouTube channel, Talks with Tone and Teena, or you can run this motherfucker back tonight on our page, Talks with Tone and Teena.
And Bobby said, live life at all costs to the fullest. Tomorrow is not promised. Y'all have a safe and productive night. I will be in the next one. Okay, so Bobby Jr., how do we know you? Like, who do you know?
We don't know Bobby, but we know him now.
And thanks for all of your transparent conversation and motivation to the gentleman. And Candace said I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay, cool. And we will see you guys next Tuesday at our regular time, 8 p.m. on our regular set. Have a good week.